Storm clouds gather ominously over a desolate landscape, setting the mood for an epic story. Amidst the wreckage of a post-apocalyptic world, a makeshift settlement stands resilient against the backdrop of a fiery sky. A sign marked 59 hints at the location, while shadows of figures move furtively through the abandoned streets. A group of school kids, backpacks slung, dash through the alleyways, their mission unknown but urgent. Two boys, crouched low and alert, peer through the rubble, their eyes filled with curiosity and a hint of fear. A booming sound echoes, and a figure exclaims, "It's the Golem," as an imposing presence makes itself known. The Golem, a massive figure, looms into view, its mechanical form a stark contrast to the crumbling environment. One of the boys, with a determined look, calls out to the Golem, offering a trade, junk for food. The boy, eager and hungry, promises to give something in return for sustenance, urgency in his voice. A mysterious voice narrates, "There is a golem in Sector 50, further deepening the intrigue surrounding the mechanical being." A close-up of the golem reveals its intricate design as a hand reaches out with an offering. The mystery thickens as it's revealed that nobody knows where the golem comes from or who its owner is. The narrator concludes with the vital piece of wisdom. If you give the golem junk, it gives you food in return. Two red, glowing eyes illuminate the dark, their ominous presence hinting at more secrets hidden within the golem. We're looking at the face of a giant golem, its eyes glowing with an ominous red light. This is the kind of face that screams, "Don't mess with me." A stone giant, or golem, is seen striding with purpose through a desolate landscape. This is not your average stroll in the park, folks. Someone from the group shouts, clearly frustrated, asking the golem where it's going. Seems like our stone friend has a mind of its own. One of the characters, holding a flashlight, points out to the golem, reminding it that they had a little exchange involving a flashlight just the day before. A voiceover informs us that interacting with the golem doesn't always yield food. Cue the exasperated shout from one of the characters, questioning why the golem isn't taking the bait. Our silver-haired hero, sitting atop some rubble, is ready to jump into action with a spirited Lemmy at M. Looks like things are about to get real. A warning from another character suggests that attacking the golem might trigger some unwanted retaliation. They mention past incidents of golems wreaking havoc on the streets. The mysterious silver-haired character, with piercing blue eyes, seems unfazed by the potential danger. This person's got the cool as a cucumber vibe down pat. The silver-haired character adjusts their hood, preparing for what's to come. Silence fills the air, hinting at the anticipation of the upcoming confrontation. The scene shifts to an explosion-like impact, as if something or someone has just made a powerful move. Dust and debris fly everywhere. In the distance, the golem stands tall against a backdrop of stormy skies, suggesting that the calm before the storm is officially over. The silver-haired character makes a dramatic landing, cape billowing behind them as they face the golem head-on. This showdown is about to become legendary. A close-up of the silver-haired character's hand gripping something tight. In this apocalyptic wasteland, our hooded hero stands amidst the rubble, confidently offering an unknown object to a towering robot. The atmosphere is tense, as if a single move could make or break the moment. We get a close-up of what's in the hero's sack: cans, gadgets, and what looks like a radio. The giant robot leans in, and its red eyes glow menacingly as it reaches for the goods. The robot, towering like a skyscraper, emits a low growl as it accepts the offering. The hooded figure remains calm, seemingly unfazed by the massive machine's intimidating presence. With a robotic hand, the giant carefully takes the sack from the hero, who watches on with a poker face. It's like a monstrous vending machine exchange, but with higher stakes. The air sizzles as the giant robot's fist tightens around the sack. Tension builds, but our hero stays cool, keeping an eye on the robot's every move. Now facing the giant, the hero seems unfazed by the hulking figure before them. The crowd behind whispers, "Just him," as if witnessing an urban legend unfold. Cut to the crowd, a mix of awe and disbelief. "Again," someone exclaims. "It's taking that much?" The hero's bag seems bottomless, like a magical cornucopia. The robot's massive hand retracts, a mechanical marvel that defies logic. The spectators' jaws drop, trying to wrap their heads around the situation. From above, we see the contents of the bag, cans and snacks, falling towards the hero. It's raining goodies, and our hero is about to make it rain, literally. Our hooded hero catches the falling goodies with the precision of a pro. The crowd's eyes widen in disbelief. How does one score that much loot every time? The onlookers can't believe their eyes. That doesn't make any sense, one yells. How can the hero pull off such a haul effortlessly? Two guys in the crowd, looking like they've seen a ghost, are baffled. This amount of goods could last 3 days, yet the hero walks away unbothered. Amidst the ruins, our hero walks away, bag heavy with goods. The crowd, still buzzing, debates. Hey, how about we do this, someone suggests. The scene shifts to shadowy figures watching the hero's every move. Are you crazy? The scene opens with a chilling mention of the ghost of 17th Street. Spooky, right? We're already off to a mysterious start. The setting shifts to Sector 50, right at the entrance to 17th Street. The sky is moody, and the scene is all kinds of dramatic. You can almost feel the tension in the air. As the sun sets, we see a desolate landscape. It's the kind of place you'd expect to see tumbleweeds rolling by, but instead, it's eerily quiet. A mysterious figure in a hoodie walks down the street. Who are they? What's their story? The intrigue is real, folks. The mysterious figure continues to walk, and the sound of their footsteps echoes in the silence. It's like a scene straight out of a thriller. The scene continues with more footsteps. The suspense is killing us. Who's following them and why? The figure, now identified as Ray, stops in their tracks. With a silver mane and a hood up, they look ready for action. Ray senses they're being watched. Ray calculates that there are 7 people following them. That's a crowd, y'all, but Ray doesn't seem too worried. Ray calls out to their followers, telling them to show themselves. Talk about calling someone's bluff. Turning the tables, Ray questions the shadowy figures on their tail, asking how long they plan to keep up the sneaky antics. A voice from the shadows compliments Ray on their sharp senses. Clearly, Ray has some serious skills. A group of 7 shady characters steps out, finally showing themselves. They're looking pretty menacing, and they're armed to the teeth. The leader of the group, whose face is mysteriously blurred, steps forward with brass knuckles gleaming. Looks like things are about to get intense. Meet Ron, a silver-haired enigma standing in a shadowy alley. He's been warned before about showing his face again, but here he is, with a determined glint in his eye. The tension escalates as a voice reminds Ron of the previous warning, threatening dire consequences if he dares to appear again. Ron's intense gaze meets the challenge, promising a world of pain to those who cross him. A blurred figure smirks, mocking Ron, thinking he'll get away unscathed as he did last time. Demanding Ron to drop his bag, the figure attempts to assert control over the situation. They try to sweeten the deal with promises of safety, but their sinister intent lurks beneath. The hooded Ron faces a crowd, the atmosphere charged with hostility, yet he stands firm. Ron calls out the deception, knowing he's being led into a trap. His mind drifts to a local saying, whispered among the children in the area. Ron's piercing eye, filled with resolve, suggests he's not one to be trifled with. The legend of a ghost haunting 17th Street adds an eerie backdrop to Ron's presence. Ron, shrouded in mystery, walks with purpose, his silhouette fading into the night. A white ghost that travels silently and expressionless is introduced, a figure not to be taken lightly. Here's a warning for you folks. Do not look into the ghost's eyes. The ghost's eyes appear, glowing ominously, like headlights in a horror movie. Or else, you'll be caught in your lies. Talk about a truth serum on steroids. The scene shifts to a clenched fist. Someone is about to throw hands. A voice yells out, calling someone an arrogant brat. Clearly, things are heating up. A blurred figure, probably the owner of that fist, is about to throw a punch. Facing the punch is a hooded figure, cool as ice, promising that such words will never be said again. The hooded figure stands firm, with a mysterious bag by their side, ready for action. The hooded figure, with striking white hair and intense blue eyes, steps into the light. An action scene unfolds as the punch is thrown, and the hooded figure moves swiftly. The clash of two figures, blurred from view, shows the intensity of the fight. One of the figures makes a quick retreat, leaving a dust trail in their wake. A foot stomps the ground, possibly in frustration or a dramatic exit. A hand grabs onto the retreating figure's clothing, not letting them escape so easily. The scene is set in a dark alley where a cloaked figure is delivering a powerful punch to a man in red. The impact of the punch is so intense that the man's face contorts in pain and he crashes to the ground with a cry. The man in red, still reeling from the powerful hit, lies on the ground, dazed and in pain. In the background, a group of shadowy figures emerge, and one of them yells out, calling to someone named Ron. The cloaked figure stands tall and menacing over the fallen man, while the group of blurred-faced figures behind him seem ready to engage. A muscular guy with messy brown hair, dressed in a hooded outfit, angrily shouts, "You bastard," as he steps forward, clearly incensed by the situation. The same guy, now with a more determined look on his face, is seen with one of the blurred-faced figures, both armed with bats, clearly ready to throw down. Another shout rings out from a different brown-haired guy, who's sporting a hoodie and an intense expression, urging his crew to get him. The tension peaks, things get crazy as we're thrown right into the middle of a wild street fight. One dude with a bat is swinging like he's in the major leagues, and people are scrambling everywhere to avoid getting whacked. It's like a mosh pit, but with more violent intentions. In the midst of the pandemonium, a shadowy figure is seen approaching with calm and calculated steps. Hooded and mysterious, this person seems unfazed by the chaos around them, moving with the precision of a ninja. The mysterious figure comes into clearer focus, dressed in a sleek black outfit that screams, "I mean business." Their confident stride suggests that they're about to shake things up. Back to our bat-wielding friend, who now looks like he's about to make a home run with someone's head. The tension is palpable as he swings the bat with a fierce battle cry. "Die!" he yells, aiming his weapon with deadly intent. But just before the bat makes contact, the mysterious figure, now revealed to have stunning silver hair and sharp blue eyes, dodges the attack with a swift move. It's like something out of a superhero movie. With lightning-fast reflexes, the silver-haired figure ducks and dodges, letting the bat swing past harmlessly. The tables are turning, and it's clear this isn't their first rodeo. In a stunning counterattack, the white-haired warrior strikes back, taking down the aggressor with a move so fast it leaves everyone else in shock. It's a classic underdog moment where the silent hero rises to the occasion. Meanwhile, amidst the chaos, some worried friends shout out, "Peter, are you as they witness their comrade getting struck down. It's looking rough for Team Batswinger. But our silver-haired hero isn't done yet. With a swift, decisive move, they land another hit, ensuring the enemy stays down for the count. And just like that, the fight seems to be wrapping up. Blows continue to land, and the mysterious figure skills are undeniable. As the dust settles, we get a closer look at the silver-haired hero, who stands victorious, bloodied but undeterred. Their eyes shine with a fierce determination, hinting at a deeper story yet to unfold. With a dramatic flourish, the victorious figure wipes the blood from their hand, standing amidst the aftermath of the battle. It's a scene straight out of an action movie, and this enigmatic character is clearly. The scene opens up with a dark, ominous urban setting. Buildings loom in the background, and there's an unsettling atmosphere in the air, almost as if the night itself is holding its breath. The tension in the air is palpable as ominous red text cascades down into the darkness, hinting at the turmoil brewing in this eerie setting. The sky, a canvas of swirling shadows, sets the tone as a voice echoes, proclaiming that just bringing more people won't change anything. It's clear that someone means business, and it's not looking good for anyone in their way. Enter our mysterious figure, a silver-haired dude with a cloak that could make any fashionista jealous. He struts into the scene with an air of I run this place, and frankly it seems like he does. A quick glance shows someone sprawled on the ground, possibly down for the count. It's not looking good for this guy as the dust settles around him. Here's a face, or what we can see of it. Our unfortunate friend is lying there, probably wondering what went wrong in life to end up in this situation. Fear grips the air as a voice cries out, calling the silver-haired figure a monster and pleading for him to keep his distance. Clearly, this dude means trouble. From above, we see the silver-haired figure closing in on a terrified man, Ron, who's backed into a corner. The tension is thick enough to cut with a knife. Silverhair stops in his tracks, looking almost surprised, as if he's been interrupted in the middle of a dramatic monologue. He's got that, "Oh, did I scare you?" look. In a chilling tone, Silverhair drops a bombshell. He told Ron he'd make sure he couldn't walk again, and it seems like he's here to cash in on that promise. Our man Ron, visibly shaken, manages to muster a shaky "you bastard." It's clear he's not having a good day. Not one bit. Clutching a knife like it's the last hope he's got, Ron's got sweat dripping down his face. The stakes are high, and he's ready to make a last stand. With desperation in his eyes, Ron waves his knife, shouting for the monster not to come any closer. It's a David versus Goliath situation, and Ron's out of stones. As the scene wraps up, we see the cloaked figure advancing ominously, his shadow stretching out like a specter. This showdown is far from over. The scene fades in with a mysterious vibe as our white-haired protagonist stands under a dark sky, looking contemplative. He's got that cool, emotionless look on his face, as if he's just contemplating life's mysteries, or maybe what to have for dinner. His thoughts echo the word monster, reflecting on how he's been labeled by others. The word hangs in the air like a dramatic pause in a telenovela. A close-up of his face reveals a hint of acceptance, as if saying, well, maybe they're onto something. His inner monologue takes us on a flashback journey, wondering when it all started. Was it when he was 10 years old? A young version of our protagonist is seen walking, looking like a mini version of the Grim Reaper. His expression remains blank, even with a bleeding leg. Back in his memories, he realized he was different from others. The realization hits like that one time you discovered pineapple on pizza. A concerned voice asks why he isn't crying from the pain. Clearly, this kid is made of tougher stuff than the rest of us. Another kid approaches, bewildered, asking why he doesn't cry from pain. Our protagonist's response is a classic. Why would I cry? Because it hurts. A frantic child runs up to report that Kale was attacked. The drama is real, folks. Ray, our protagonist, is questioned about his lack of anger. But Ray's all like, anger? What is that? Is it something you can eat? The news of Bello's death is delivered, leaving the kids in a state of confusion and sorrow. But our boy Ray? Still as stoic as ever. A voice points out the lack of tears on Ray's face, even during such a somber moment. It's like they're expecting a soap opera moment, but getting a calm documentary instead. His demeanor is unsettling to others, causing them to back away, calling him scary. Poor guy just can't catch a break. The kids decide it's time to bail, leaving Ray with his thoughts. It's like they're trying to escape a horror movie scene. The night sky is illuminated by a full moon, and our protagonist has an epiphany, realizing something crucial in this quiet moment. I cannot feel what other people call emotions. Am I in the wrong? I want to be like everyone else. A hand reaches out towards the moon, longing for understanding. I wondered if I would ever learn what emotions were. Even now, 6 years later, I still cannot feel emotions, but I do know how to read others' emotions. Not using blades is an implicit rule here. Did you bring that because you planned on stabbing me with it from the start, Ron? I picked it up from the garbage can earlier. Lies. I can tell by looking at the color of the vessel within his chest. I can see a world. The rain sets a gloomy atmosphere as we see an empty, dimly lit pathway. It's the kind of night that makes you want to curl up with a hot drink, but not for our mysterious wanderer. The sound of rain continues, echoing off the stone bridge as our mysterious figure continues their journey. The rain isn't letting up, but neither is this determined soul. The shadowy figure, cloaked in a dark hood, strides confidently through the rain-soaked streets. The setting is rough, with scattered debris hinting at a place long deserted. Under the bridge, the hooded figure pauses momentarily, enveloped by darkness, as if contemplating their next move. Finally, the mysterious traveler reveals their face, pulling back the hood to uncover striking white hair and intense eyes. Meet Ray, our main character, looking sharp and gathered around in a circle. A group of 7 people discusses how to split their loot. A curious question hangs in the air. Can we split this among 7 people? A mysterious character with white hair is introduced, pondering in silence. What could they be thinking? Turning away, the white-haired character named Ray faces the group, who are eagerly anticipating the food distribution. A pile of snacks and drinks is revealed as Ray presents them to the group. The anticipation is real. Excitement erupts as the group praises Ray's abilities. "You're awesome, big brother Ray," they cheer. Ray's prowess is further confirmed as it turns out he obtained the supplies from a golem. "You're amazing," the kids exclaim. The scene shifts to a reflective moment as Ray thinks about the golem's unique taste for magic items with residual mana. The narration explains that only those who can see mana will succeed in dealing with the golem. With a plan in mind, the group is ready to distribute the food. "Now then, shall we split the food?" someone asks. Gratitude fills the air as they acknowledge Ray's contribution. "Thanks to Ray, we won't have to starve today." The distribution begins with the youngest, Josephine, set to receive food first. "Thank you, big bro Pale," she says warmly. The scene sets in an alley where two lads enjoy a casual chat while a mysterious figure with white hair walks away, casting a shadow of intrigue. The narrative shifts to the harsh reality of scarcity as the mysterious figure reflects on their group's dire lack of food. The white-haired figure sits solemnly in the rain, questioning if he must venture to the warehouse, weighed down by his duty to his companions. He reflects on his duty to support the group, acknowledging the deep debt he owes them for saving his life. Flashback to a year prior, the scene reveals how the mysterious figure came to be part of the group, being discovered buried in the snow. The children, in a collective effort, decide to pull him out from the snow, showcasing their unity and compassion. As he regains consciousness, his initial resignation to death is replaced by a newfound will to live, thanks to the children. The kids are excited and concerned as he wakes up, showing their care and the bond. Thank goodness, he seems fine. A burst of light and relief shines through the darkness. A character is deep in thought, reflecting on how it's their principle to repay debts. Sitting in a dim room, our mysterious character ponders whether their repayment is a favor or vengeance. Ray, a character with striking white hair, sits contemplatively, considering the principle of receiving one's share too. A new character enters the scene, interacting with Ray, bringing a subtle sense of camaraderie. Ray, in a hoodie, politely declines an offer of food, claiming he's not hungry. The two characters sit together, with the offerer playfully calling out Ray's rumbling stomach. With a light-hearted atmosphere, the offerer insists that Ray's stomach seems to disagree with his claim of not being hungry. Ray is left speechless by the growling sound his stomach makes, indicating his real hunger. With a warm smile, the offerer suggests they share the food, showing a budding friendship. Ray is asked a question, presumably about the food or the situation, by the offerer. The offerer, holding 2 pieces of food, waits for Ray's response, the offer of sharing still on the table. "It's raining in black right now." Yes, it is. The sky is literally crying in shades of midnight, giving us all the goth vibes. The view shifts to a mesmerizing cosmic dance of colors, splashing across the sky like an abstract painting, courtesy of some serious magical action. They say it's because the mages used a lot of magic. Now that's a heavy spellcasting session. A trio of mages, draped in flowing robes, throw their hands up like they're at a wizard concert, summoning celestial chaos with some major magic mojo. Apparently, mages live in lower-numbered sectors. Sounds like a magical neighborhood watch. An ethereal city, hanging upside down like a castle in the clouds, suggests a world where gravity might just be a suggestion. I'm sure that golem is something sent by a mage, too. Our two protagonists, faces blurred but determined, are deep in a classic is it magic or just tech debate. It could just be some machine. The skepticism is real, and so is the side-eye. No, I'm sure it's magic that keeps it moving. Pale, the white-haired character, chimes in with a conviction that only comes from knowing one's magic. A close-up of Pale with his intense gaze and a cheeky snack shows he means business, or rather, magic. The second character, with wide eyes full of wonder, seems to be having a magical epiphany of his own. A closer look at the second character, his expression a mix of awe and realization, as if the magic of the moment is hitting him like a ton of enchanted bricks. I actually agree with Pale. A swirl of mystical colors brings a sense of agreement, and when the golem moves, it draws in the surrounding mana like a cosmic vacuum cleaner, sucking it all into its core. Swirling colors of mana get slurped up by the golem, like a magical smoothie being blended. It then mixes within and is expelled as a black gas, like a bad case of magical indigestion. The golem stands ominously, shrouded by the black gas it just belched out. Black rain and black gas, Sounds like a goth weather forecast, right? There's definitely some mysterious connection between the black rain and the black gas, but what could it be? Of course, right now, what's more important is a character whose face is partially hidden is about to make a move. The suspense is real. Ray, a voice calls out, breaking the tension. You'll go outside for a bit. Brave or foolish, you decide. Even with this much black rain, watch the river closely. It's dangerous if it overflows, like a magical bathtub disaster waiting to happen. Wait, Ray. Someone calls out as Ray makes his dramatic exit. Ray dashes out into the rain, leaving his companion in a splashy predicament. Geez, the remaining character sighs, feeling a mix of worry and exasperation. The character left behind scratches his head, pondering the situation with a bit of comic frustration. He just does whatever he wants. That's the vibe we're getting here, folks. Someone's living their best life. Zero cares given. Check it out. It's the title page. We're diving into the world of the genius mage who sees the rainbow. Excited yet? You should be. Okay, it's getting dramatic with some rain action. The sky's looking pretty ominous, don't you think? Street signs are in the mix now. St. 17 and St. 18, huh? Looks like we're navigating through some gloomy avenues. Someone's making a move. Footsteps echoing in the rain, adding to the suspense. Who's our mystery runner? When it rains, everyone heads indoors to avoid it. But not our mysterious character. What's up with that, right? They believe that even a single drop of this black rain can make you sick. Spooky, right? Better grab an umbrella. More running action. Whoever this is, they're not stopping for anyone or anything. Now we're zooming out, still with our runner. It's getting intense. The rain's like a dramatic backdrop for this chase. Whoa, finally a glimpse of the face under the hood. We've got a silver-haired, blue-eyed character. Intriguing, right? However, I can shield myself from the rain, so working becomes easier. Well, isn't that a handy trick? A mysterious dark scene. The plot thickens, folks. More of the mysterious darkness. What's hiding in this black void? Welcome to a rainy night at the infamous 18th Street Limpfoot Hector Ration Warehouse. The place looks as sketchy as it sounds, with okay graffiti adding a touch of urban chic. A mysterious figure, rocking the latest in hooded fashion, stands outside the warehouse. Who's this mysterious rainy night ninja? Inside, things are a bit more lively. We've got some serious poker faces and intense gambling action. Chips are flying and voices are rising. Someone just went all in. Looks like it's a high-stakes night. The players are fired up and the tension is palpable. Outside, our hooded friend is still lurking. With a subtle hand gesture, they seem to be confirming something about the gamblers inside. The figure seems to know these folks are suckers for a rainy day gamble. It's like a rain dance for bad decisions. Utilizing the relaxed vibes of the distracted gamblers, the hooded figure makes their move, slipping into the warehouse like a stealthy cat. As they slip inside, the figure notes the security, or lack thereof, thanks to the gambling distraction. Perfect for a sneaky mission. The dark warehouse is filled with towering boxes, and our hooded infiltrator is on the prowl. The atmosphere is tinged with mystery. But wait, there's something more. The air is alive with swirling, colorful mana. Things just got mystical, folks. With a practiced hand, the figure draws in the mana, mixing it like a magical cocktail. It's a mana mixology class in session. The hooded figure reveals their eyes, glowing with a fierce red light. They mean business, and it's about to get fiery. The scene fades to black as the mana swirls around, leaving us in suspense. The scene is ablaze with fiery energy swirling around ominously. Our enigmatic figure, cloaked in shadows, seems to be conjuring flames out of thin air. It's like a fireworks show, but with a lot more danger involved. A close-up reveals a hand, palm open, holding a small, vibrant flame. It's like he's cradling a tiny sun. As the camera pans out, we see the mysterious figure with white hair, half obscured, hood up. The flames are dancing around him in a wild, chaotic waltz. Zooming in, the flame in his hand is intense, casting an eerie glow on his face. He seems deep in thought, as if pondering the mysteries of the universe, or maybe just trying to figure out if he left the stove on. The flames flicker and fade into a dark, empty space, leaving an unsettling stillness. Our hero is lost in thought, contemplating his powers. Despite not knowing the exact principles, he's confident in his ability to wield this fiery magic. There is a hint of frustration as he muses over the difficulty of controlling red mana. It's like trying to tame a wild beast with a mind of its own. His gaze is intense, filled with curiosity about the emotions tied to his power. He's wondering if understanding them could help him create a larger flame. A sudden shift in the atmosphere as danger looms. He questions if he's prepared to face whatever comes his way. An unexpected attack, a blade slicing through the air, barely missing him. The blade's trajectory continues, the air crackling with the force of its swing. His eyes widen, a mix of surprise and determination as he narrowly avoids the attack. An empty panel as silence descends, a calm before the storm. The blade is pulled back, ready for another strike, tension building in the air. From a distance, our mysterious figure stands with his back to us, the atmosphere heavy with suspense. The scene unfolds with a taunting voice echoing through the shadows, mocking a little rat that's been caught trying to snatch some rations. The hooded, silver-haired character is spotted, their presence acknowledged by an unseen adversary who seems rather amused by their speed. As the silver-haired character stands near a pillar, they ponder whether their foes had been lurking around all along, setting up this clever ambush. The taunting continues, with the adversary finding humor in the silver-haired character's attempt to hide. The situation escalates as the opponent brandishes a knife, the tension in the air thickening with the imminent threat. Despite the ominous scenario, the adversary encourages the silver-haired character to struggle, seemingly confident in their upper hand. The silver-haired character, now fully revealed, maintains a determined expression. Their icy blue eyes show no sign of backing down. They quickly assess the situation, realizing there are 3 foes in total, each aware of their precise location, a fact that's rather unsettling. To their surprise, the adversaries are equipped with night vision goggles, a detail that adds a layer of complexity to the already dire situation. The goggles gleam ominously in the dim light, a reminder of the technological advantage held by the silver-haired character's opponents. Despite the adversary's confidence, the silver-haired character remains undeterred, knowing they're exactly where the adversaries want them. The figure with the blurred face, a formidable opponent, raises their weapon, poised for an attack. The scene shifts to an empty space, a moment of pause before the impending clash. The knives slice through the air with deadly precision, a chilling reminder of the danger the silver-haired character is in. Amidst the chaos, the silver-haired character's face is filled in a dimly lit alley. A figure with striking silver hair moves like lightning, evading unseen threats. The sound of swift footsteps echoes as he navigates the narrow space, clearly in a hurry. Zooming in, we see this mysterious character's determined face, his intense blue eyes sharply focused. He holds a weapon, ready for whatever comes next. The chase continues, but this silver-haired speedster isn't slowing down. He plants a hand firmly on the ground, ready to propel himself forward with unmatched agility. A bystander, clearly baffled, exclaims in shock, "What? This kid?" Their disbelief is evident as they struggle to process the scene unfolding before them. As the situation grows more intense, another character, wide-eyed and alarmed, reacts to the chaos with a shout of surprise. Amidst the commotion, a voice yells out, "You idiot! Aim better!" Clearly, the pressure is mounting on the pursuers who can't seem to keep up. In a moment of realization, one of the pursuers stammers, "No, something's wrong with this kid." Clearly, they're starting to understand that this is no ordinary opponent. With a burst of energy, the silver-haired protagonist makes a powerful move, the air crackling with intensity as he closes in on his target. Wham! A direct hit lands, sending the goggled adversary reeling back. The blow is powerful, leaving a vivid impression. As the dust settles, the defeated foe slumps down, leaving the silver-haired victor standing tall and unyielding, a testament to his prowess. Nearby, 2 more adversaries stand in disbelief, their backs to us, contemplating their next move in this unexpected turn of events. One of them, clearly shaken, wonders aloud, "How? Can he actually see us?" They're questioning everything they thought they knew about their target. The silver-haired protagonist's eye gleams with an eerie golden hue, hinting at a hidden power. In a dimly lit corridor, chaos unfolds as a group of combatants charge with fiery determination. One shouts rage, while another follows up with surprise, both seemingly fueled by a mysterious energy source glowing from their chests. The scene quickly escalates as an unknown character with slick hair and a fierce expression charges forward, mocking their opponent for trying to act tough. As the battle intensifies, a flash of movement reveals a young fighter with striking silver hair and piercing eyes, demonstrating incredible agility and foresight. This silver-haired warrior reads the flow of mana, predicting the enemy's moves with uncanny precision, and swiftly dodges an attack, countering with a graceful yet powerful strike. The combatants dance around each other in a deadly ballet, the air crackling with energy and tension. A man with slick black hair and a night vision device is caught by surprise, his face drenched in sweat as he shouts, "That's impossible." Clearly, something's gone way off script. The scene shifts to a close-up of a mysterious figure with piercing blue eyes and sleek white hair. They seem unfazed, delivering a single cold word, "Wrong." Next, we dive into the action. Our white-haired mystery figure throws a punch, their movements blurred with speed and precision. This fight's about to get intense. Things get even wilder as everything becomes a whirlwind. It's chaos, and we can barely keep up with the action. The white-haired figure takes down the black-haired guy with a powerful move, sending him crashing down. Talk about a hard landing. The defeated man's body slams onto the ground with a painful thud, a sound that echoes in the night. Ouch, that one's gotta hurt. Amidst the dust and rubble, the hooded figure stands tall, surveying the scene. The aftermath of the battle is clear, and they remain unshaken. Darkness envelops the scene once again, as if the night itself is taking a breath after the chaos. The hooded figure's hand crackles with energy, and with a swift motion, they send a bald man flying. It's like something out of a superhero movie. As the dust settles, the white-haired figure muses, "Oh no, I came to check because it was getting rowdy." Seems like they weren't expecting this level of chaos. A sense of realization dawns on them. That person is, they think, trailing off as they stare into the darkness, hinting at a deeper connection. Hector Group's executive, Humphrey, is having a rough day. He's standing there, face in his hand, probably thinking, "Why me?" The number 7 hovers menacingly above him, as if to say, "You're next." Humphrey's situation doesn't look any better as the scene zooms out to show him in his blue suit, hand dramatically on his hip. The caption reveals that all 3 brothers were taken out, and Humphrey's probably thinking, "Seriously, guys?" Dark shadows cast on the ground as Humphrey's feet move slightly, creating a suspenseful atmosphere. It's the classic dun-dun-dun moment, where you know something big is about to go down. Humphrey's intense expression reveals a mixture of anger and determination. His fingers are tense, and his teeth are gritted. He's ready to throw down, no doubt about it. A close-up of Humphrey's face shows the intensity of the moment, as he lets out a deep, tension-filled breath. The drama is real, folks. Electricity crackles through the air, casting an eerie glow over the scene. It's like a storm is brewing right above Humphrey's head, as if he's about to unleash some serious power. Lightning strikes, illuminating the scene with its blinding light. Humphrey stands resolute, his silhouette framed by the fierce energy around him. Humphrey clenches his fist, determination etched into every line of his hand. This is the moment of resolve, where he decides enough is enough. The ominous red bubble reveals that all this